What is going on, everybody? Back on it. Frieren episode 11. The last, I want to say, maybe 3 sequence of episodes, especially the last 2, getting to really see kind of all 3, like, yeah, I guess 3. Stark is pretty much, integrated in the squad now. Fight and act on their own, no restrictions, nobody supporting them, holding them back, just having to handle their business. It's pretty cool to see, and it's a nice switch up too because it's very non-action heavy. So when you get it and it's good, it hits even harder. And again, it's another. I think it's more point. And again, it could be maybe that's just because I watch so many stories in anime and things that do that, but it feels like we're really gonna get to a very like Chimera Ant. Who's the good, who's the bad here? You see it classically all the time of like, I feel like we're going to find a demon that doesn't want to kill humans, that is genuine. Maybe has even married, like, has a wife that is a human, or, a spouse that is a human or the demon, and has fostered kids and has feelings and feels these things and suppresses their mana, not just to sneak up on somebody covertly, like fully uses it full blown like a regular mage or human would. I feel like we're naming so many things that demons don't do, won't do, couldn't do for sake of pride, that I just feel like we might run into 1 or 2 that do. I don't know, maybe that's too high of hopes. And I'm curious of like who that demon would be, because to our knowledge, at least up to 11 episodes in the story, the Demon King has been defeated. So I don't know if we'd come across a demon even stronger that would show these traits of what Frieren did. Hold back your mana. Do not show your amount of power. And it's wild to me that it's not that demons can't do it, they just won't. But the thing is, they'll use it to sneak attack, but they wouldn't think of that in the heat of battle. Especially with how devious they are. I guess their pride runs bigger than, because we've seen them just like, why do you guys yell out, father, or mom, help me, or I need help, I'm just a kid. Like, what do you other, like, I don't know, humans seem to respond to those things. I'm curious why they also wouldn't find other ways to manipulate humans as well, by hiding their power base and all those type of things. But who knows? But that's where we're at. Frieren did her thing, Fern did hers, and Stark handled his. And we will see where we lead off from there. So let's go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. Scales over there busted as hell too. She praying for all those people. I'm curious if it's even possible to find somebody stronger than Frieren. If they're a regular mortal, like, would you have enough time to accumulate the amount of mana that she had? Or has. Because she's clearly built up her mana. It wasn't that big when, her master came across her. So could a human even... Could a human even produce that much in their limited lifespan? You have to be a human that already has like your aura and everything, or mana has to already be close to hers in some aspect before even training. Like, maybe you don't know the potential you have, but others that have magic and power abilities can see it in you, like, holy shit, that's the biggest amount of mana I've ever seen. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if a regular mortal like one of these two could even do that, get to her power level. Who knows? And I'd love to actually run into one of those demons that I was talking about, because I feel like it would really play on Frieren's mental. She's so locked in on like what demons are, what they will do, what they won't do. I would love to see something go completely against that and see how her mental handles it, because we see how her mental is kind of evolving a little bit with developing relationships. Like, whoa, I did kind of like Hemel, and what are these emotions, and why am I crying? I'd love to see something completely shift her mental with that, running across a demon. Old comrades. We came off those 2 to 3 crazy battle episodes. Now we taking a deep breath. You got any crazy spells in there we could take? That's probably the only thing she'd benefit from. Like how to do it. We're not taking it from this village, are we? We're not leaving them defenseless, are we? By oral tradition. Oh. Yeah, you almost got your ass taken out there for a minute. Excuse me? Door instantly closes. Good to know, if we ever come back here. Yeah, Stark was out there talking wild. He just fall up? Oh no, she's carrying him with a spell. Nice. I'm still so curious, what happens if a mage's staff gets broken or damaged or burned or destroyed? Can they just summon and create a new one, or are they actually fucked? I don't know. Like, where do they keep it? Because they don't walk around with it. We've seen both of them summon it. Where does it stay? I guess it's just something that's summoned. It's not going to be as deep as like a Hunter x Hunter or Naruto, where like you can access your own portal dimension. Maybe you can in this. I don't know. But I assume they just like send it somewhere. They don't have access to that place that they could like physically put themselves or other things in. Maybe that's just where it goes. Is that healing magic? And when they need to summon it back, they just summon it back. I don't know. Why does he keep walking around with that black cleaver like that? You're scaring us, man. I don't think we've seen a time skip like this since, what was that, the first or second episode? Where they kind of go through the slice of life like this, so we don't have to see him getting healed or them helping the townspeople. Just kind of still shots of it. Kind of don't mind it when it's sprinkled in, because yes, it burns time, but you're not burning like entire episodes seeing them do things, you know? Did they stand all of them up? That graveyard's gonna look kind of... Oh, okay, that's active soldiers now. I was about to say, whoa. How much time has passed? They're in more winter wear, so at least a handful of months. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with the conditions? Are we not a first-class mage? Yeah. I gotta have a rank. I gotta have a license. The Continental Magic Association. She's been around for this long and has never heard of that? Oh, she has hers. Well, shit. She's a first-class mage, at least. Third. Oh. She's only a third class. I want to see some other mages that could rival her. I really do. She's an uncertified underground mage. What is this? Why are we zooming in on this guy? Why did we zoom in on that guy like that? First class. She's got to go take a test. Largest magical city. Well, according to Frieren, we've got nothing but time, so here we go. And we're off. I don't know exactly how much time was spent in this town from battle to now, but here we are. I don't think over a year. I think we just stayed like through the summer. Dang. The weather claimed the most. Luckily we have a Stark taking us north of the wall, right? Ha! And aren't you mages? Like, can't we, like, summon... I mean, he's dead. Can we not summon some, like, barriers to keep the cold off of us? Like, constantly burning fires, or summon a hut that, I don't know, that's insulated or something crazy? 28 years after the death of Hemo the hero. Y'all got all those magic and all those spells. Do a little something. We can't transport him with magic with these strong winds? And who's carrying him? I'd hope the 1,000-year-old woman. Wow. Yeah. There's nothing we can do to, like, assist us on this journey out here in this snow? You don't have any spells that you could put up that'll just put a little barrier around us, or cut the wind, or make us a little warm? Shouts out to Fern for carrying him all that way. Is that Sukuna? Oh, never mind. I thought Sukuna was in there hitting damn squats, push-ups, and pull-ups. It's another elf, though. What is he, like, 1 of 5%? There's a pervert inside. What? We're both elf. You not see me, girl? I'm an elf too. Look at me. It's me. I'm Zeke Yeager. Zeke's So I mean, we're elves. How old are you? What do you know, sir? Craft the monk and Frieren the mage. Has he been? Oh, like he's just like ascending. I actually got to deal with this dude. Cutting off our episode time for this. I'm trying to remember. Who do you guys think are just like by default just iconic anime voice actors? Like when you hear I guess he's doing that to keep him warm. And why? Why did Fern roast our... I'm sure he's gonna freak out. Why did Fern roast our monk Zeke boy over here? Trying to tell us we were a pervert and shit. Like I'm just a guy trying to stay warm and hang out. What the hell? Why'd she label us like that? Hey, he tries. His ears are ridiculous. Because he has no hair, that looks even more ridiculous than Frieren's. Oh, there's the wagon, there's the cargo. How's he gonna get that out of there? Stuck here for a while? What is a while? We've got way too much time. He's like, yeah, I don't know what that is. So what were you before? What were you doing in your elvish life? Possible a new companion? I'm shocked we can't... He's getting his monk training, and we can't produce more heat than that with double mages over here. We've got to freeze by this campfire. She's over here collecting shit to, like, make grapes from scratch and produce flowers and whatever else she's got. We don't have a fire burning spell in there. You don't have a furnace that can bust out of that thing. Dang, so we're getting 2 time skips worth in an episode. Yeah, we're just chunking these days away. So we've probably almost rotated a full year's worth. Yeah. It's probably been a full year in this episode. A year or so has passed. I'd love to see the conversations they had in that 6 months between maybe some of the last surviving elves on the planet. But I guess not. Maybe you'll see her where you're going. You're young, he says. How much older are we? I mean, you can't be at least not 1,000 years older than her and say that. Man's a believer. Still, it's a mental thing that just doesn't connect for her sometimes. Yeah, I'd like to see... I was hoping they would have had a conversation like this during those 6 months, but at least hopefully we're getting to see it. Oh! We just cut? There we go again. Yeah, this is well before her mind started to shift. Nice. Eh? Dang, Priest Boy was really locked in. And he can tell the child about the story of Frieren the Mage. Damn. I just wanted more backstory of him, more backstory of her. Any type of conversation to find out some elvish backstory. They're already gone. Yeah. I want to know how old he is. Like, I want to know about our man over here. Dang. It's going to be real unfortunate if he just exists in this episode and then he's gone. In a few... Well, the other two will definitely be dead. And it just ends like that. I'm not taking her apologies. I still thought that was so wild. Because I thought maybe it was going to be somebody she knew, you know? I was like, oh, that's not that weird. I was like, oh, maybe she knows him or has had a prior run-in with him or something like that. I was like, dang, just labeling this old man a pervert and they're just trying to stay warm and get his workout on. But yeah, it was never addressed or brought back up. I guess that's just what she felt in the moment. I want to say that maybe we run into him again, but I truly don't know. We haven't really come across anybody up till this point in the story, you know, the 11 episodes up to the story that would live long enough for us to like complete a journey and come back around. Even the guy that we just ran into that we helped save his kingdom or whatever. I mean, he's an older gentleman. maybe in his like late 30s, 40s or so. By the time we maybe hit this journey and work our way back around, who's to say that he hasn't died off yet? And then everybody else that we've ran into when we popped into their village and offered them help for any spells that they may have. Those guys are such fodder to the story that, you know, they don't serve any purpose. So maybe we'll come across him again. I mean, he's an elf, and the way he was speaking seemed much, much older than Frieren. But it's wild, though. He's like, I'm sure we'll see each other again, probably in a couple centuries. You guys have been alive for a couple thousands of years, or at least you have, and you've never come across her once. Who's to say you do? Yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to... I was like, holy shit, it's an elf. The first thing he said was like, you're an elf, aren't you? It's like, I didn't know there was many of us left. I was like, oh man, we're going to get some good stuff here. Some elf on elf storytelling, and we didn't get any of it. So maybe we'll run into him again. Get some backstory. Maybe we'll run into some more elves. I mean, that's one that we've seen. We're only 11 episodes in. What do we have, 28? Maybe we'll come across another one. Not in a flashback, but like actually along our journey. And we'll just continue to take it from there. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Like your favorite, subscribe, and as always,